Any one of you ever dream of travel the world?
Yeah.
That's it? Less than half. We switch to the other topic there. Anybody of you love to travel?
Yes.
Anybody love to travel for free?
Yes.
Sounds good, right? Any of you love to travel for free and get paid? Okay, that's good. Let me share this with you. Let me tell you, I'm not sure I can teach you this, but I share with you my experience and let's see if you can pick up something. Let's do it. Right? Where I'm supposed to stand? Yeah? I'm not so small, okay? So I'm supposed to stand here? Okay. This is me. It looks like I'm so relaxed playing Facebook. I'm rushing for my work in Scotland. My name is Zung. Most of my clients call me ninja photographer. Not that I wear black. Black is to cover my tummy actually. Malaysia, good food. I spent 6 months in Malaysia and the other 6 months in different corners in the world. Normally each year I cover about 4 to 6 continents, travel for free and get paid. Yeah, let me share something. This is Scotland, Sahara Desert, Egypt, Maldives. Oh, I'm not vain. I just before I shoot my client, I try to try. This Victoria Falls, where we can always see the other rainbow in Africa. This is South Africa. It's kind of scary. See this? Bali. I just came back from Bali for this and for 21 times. Because of my job, I always work in all these high-end hotel. This was my bathroom in the hotel. Yeah, don't expect to see more than that. Spain, Tibet. I love old ladies. Africa. This is Kazakhstan. He's not my father, okay? I don't know why you do this. Sweden. Oh, this is me and my sister. We shoot in, yeah, it's here at home. We shot a wedding in London and we spent 3 days extra. He was with me for about 5, 6 years, 7 years. I teach him everything I can. Shooting, taking stuff. He's a senior photographer in my company. On that trip, he teach me how to ride on the small folding bike and travel in the city like this. Good. So where I study, where I graduated, some top art college in London, in New York. No, not that I studied that. This is like too far from me. Actually, I'm a kampong boy. This is my kampong. It's a beautiful place. So it's called Sekinchang. One part we have a beautiful paddy field. I'm on the fishing village part. Yeah, I learned how to swim here at 5 years old. It's years. I was born in a fishing family. My dad was a fisherman. My mom never been to school. I have 7 siblings. So we were quite poor at the time. So we don't have a proper good top class education. And I was very shy, to ask for the money for my toy. So I was learning, be creative and how to go to the dump, and pick up something and modify it and make it to my own toy. So I think that's good. It's giving me a good training. So I used to do something out of nothing. So when I was 18, Okay, no, I'm too big. I got the pictures, and I can't talk without pictures. Yeah, I'm not speak good English, but I'll tell you honestly, I still don't understand what's the meaning of incitement. Okay, so. Okay. So when I was 18 years old, I was 17 years old. I had a big problem. Bad news that my sister, who passed away from breast cancer, and I was like, oh, it's really painful. And at the same time, I was so active in the school. I had to take care of everything. I was so active. So I was really sad. But she still, didn't make it. After a year later, she passed away. I was very sad. I was doing my SPM exam. I remember I basically walked into the exam hall and I was totally blank. So I get some good result, but it's still not good enough to go to the local university. At the time, it's around 97. Remember, before that was good time. My dad did invest a little bit in a share, so he had a bit of money. He offered me that, hey, do you like to study overseas? Okay, yeah, good, let's do it. I enrolled to an engineering program. Photography is my first passion. Building engineering is my second passion. Of course, I go for my second passion. We are Asian, we are chickens, right? No, it's true. Asians are so good at making money, but we're so chicken in our dream. I admit that. Right, so I enrolled to the college. 2 years in Malaysia and 2 years in the States. On the first few weeks after I enrolled, bad thing happened. The Asia economic crisis hit Malaysia so bad. The currency exchange of US dollar is 2.5 ringgit to $1 to more than 4 ringgit. It's almost like 100%. So I knew that I'm wasting too much money of my family. My sister never spent that much money in Malaysia. When I'm talking about a lot of money, means like maybe $3,000 a semester. But to my family, that's a lot of money. So I feel really bad because I didn't know I can complete my study or not. So, what should I do? What should I do? If this happened to you, what should you do? I made quite a good decision. I go to nightclub. Yeah, not for fun. Not for fun. I go to nightclub to work. As a photographer. Back then I was very good in photography. I got some award, at a young age. I always travel from Nilai to KL for about 60 kilometers plus the distance that I was lost. I got like about 100 meters shooting in a nightclub. I always shooting at 9 o'clock, finish at 3 o'clock midnight. Shooting for a lazy photographer who didn't want to work on weekend. So he always lied on me and said, hey, you wait until 1 o'clock, the famous DJ come out, you take 2 pictures and you can go home. Okay. But normally until 3 o'clock he never go. For those who go to nightclub, you know that, right? Yeah, no voice. Just pretend that you don't go party, right? I know why you guys are here. The government banned it today, no nightclub or anything open, right? That's why you are here, right? I expect more people, right? I know. Okay. So, I made about 50 ringgit. Without all my petrol, I get 50 ringgit normally. So I just go to all these Haru Cafe, the club, embassy, beach club, all this and work. And on the weekend, I shoot wedding. I always, the roti man with all the roti on the motorbike, that's me. I always riding with my camera bag in front, through background, at the back, the stand, travel to the Malay kampung, Malay village, and shoot wedding. 2 days, normally Saturday and Sunday, I'm making about 200 ringgit. To me, it's a lot of money, a lot, and for me. So, let me show some kind of wedding pictures that I shot. But don't laugh at me, okay? Yeah, this kind of wedding picture I shot. No, please don't laugh because the next one you'll see Lady Gaga. So, yeah, no, my friends like, oh, you go and shoot wedding, So in year 2000, I knew that I really can't support myself and study. So I decided to withdraw. I decided to drop out from the university and thinking to spend 2 years working as a full-time photographer, make some money, then go to state and study. So I just work like crazy. I work for a few different companies as an assistant. I will always work sometimes 6 o'clock until 2 o'clock midnight. That continue for 10 days. And what is my OT pay? Is 1 nasi goreng. That's my ex-OT pay. Because I'm working for a top studio. But it's good. It's good. It's the best training ever. I used to work for the French for journalism. I used to work for British for hotel photography. And I work for a top Malaysian for commercial. That's where I learned the most. So I just work crazy while I'm working for them. Like I get paid like $100, 100 ringgit. On Sunday, the only holiday that I have, I go out and shoot wedding. But my senior always laugh at me and say, "Hey, it's John." You know why they call me John? Because they can't pronounce my name Zung, Z-U-N-G. So I have to call myself John. How sad is that, right? And what I have nothing. I have no experience. I have no background. I have no certificates. I don't have enough knowledge. I have no money. I have nothing. So when I dropped out, I was so sad. I always ride a motorbike. I was crying like 7 days. Who is about 21 years old now? Who is about 20 years old now? Yeah, guy. Okay, yeah, look at that handsome guy. Okay, good. Look at him, so good looking. I think I was better looking than him. But look at him. This guy, imagine this guy crying. That's me. Imagine a guy that is crying for 7 days, many times a day. It's really painful. I still remember that when I first dropped out, I was riding a motorbike to go shooting in the morning at 7 o'clock. Cried, and I tear came down, and the wind was blowing. It's cold. It feels like a sharp knife was cutting through my face. Really painful. So, and I told myself that I was dreaming to I want to get at least a master's degree. So I told myself that this is going to be the last time I cry. The next time I cry is supposed to be a tear of joy, and I want my achievement to be better than most of the master degree holder. So I just work crazy, that drives me a lot. So I just work crazy, crazy work. After spend about 2 to 3 years working for 3 photographers and work part-time, I was by my own. I set my own company, the photos, which is for as a birthday gift for myself. So the reason why I set a company because I want to shoot the specific pictures that I want, and no one is doing that at the time. So after I quit, I thought I have more relaxed time. No, I have busier life. So I just work and I'm crazy, like sometimes 7 days off in a year. So I worked for more than 10 years. And you know what happened? After 10 years working so hard, I'm still shooting wedding. Yeah, I'm still shooting wedding. And now my company, the photos, me and my company been shooting wedding in more than 37 countries in the world, across 6 continents. It's probably the only one in the world. So here's some pictures that we shot. Tuscany, Bali for many times, Paris, Bali, Melbourne, Iceland, as far as Iceland, Norway. Why we managed to do that without, I don't know what is PR, I don't know what is marketing, but there's something that I always want to do is, I believe in myself and I shoot my own style. It doesn't mean you believe in yourself and you can make it. No, there's more than, that's only the first step. So, people always laugh at me that, hey, Zung, you shoot wedding, because they think it's a low-cost photographer job. So, I think that wedding is not about the trend or just be cozy or just about the costume. It's about the feeling, the moments. When my sister passed away, it gave me so much, how do you call that? So much question on my life. maybe you can ask yourself, like, why are you born into this world? Why are you alien born in this world? Right? Why you are not alien in the other planet? Right? Why some people are only 20 years old, they pass away? Why people they live for 60 years, 80 years? Is there anything that you want to do and want to accomplish in your life? So I think it's very good to ask a lot of these questions. So my inspirations of my photography and my life is my sister, who was who didn't know anything about photography or art. She's a factory worker. So I applied it on my photography. I do a lot of moments. I shoot the moments because this is a thing that you can't repeat and you have to remember for the rest of your life. See a lot of moments like this. The picture that we shot just now, like the girl was the top model. She was a top model, and I didn't expect that by doing what I think is good, what I think is right, we started to attract a lot of high society. So we shoot most of the top high-end wedding in Malaysia now, and I never expected that we also attract some royalty. A lot of moments. So, I got these pictures when I was shooting the wedding of Raja Nasrin, who was the regent back then, and now he's a sultan. And I also never expected I got a chance to shoot for my idol, Richard Branson. Then Anthony Robbins. I started my career in year 2000, and year 2009, which is about 10 years later, I was quite at the time, like we get all the good job, money is good, business is good, everything is good, but I decided to step out from my comfort zone. Remember, if you're in comfort zone, be careful. This is really, really bad. You just got to challenge yourself, like do something better. Really, if you can run 9 seconds, you're good, you're happy. Challenge yourself to run 8 seconds. I went to his how's it called? I remember I turned down a job that can make me some money, and I pay a lot of money to go to his program in Singapore. So I think he's a great guy. So I share something with you, trust me, okay, but don't tell me, okay, it's a secret. I've been shooting for him, but I never read his book. Okay. I have program reading. Okay. So first time I've been there, wow, this is a real Anthony Robbins, so amazing. So I decided to take my camera. I'm glad that 9-10 years in business, photography is still my great passion. I took out my camera and I shoot a little great picture for my own collections, for my own memory. Then I show some picture, hey look, I got a good picture, you know. Some people, oh yeah, this is a great picture of him. So the thing spread, it spread. Then some of the crew know that I got some good picture of him. Because of that, I got a chance to meet him for a few minutes. He has 7 bodyguards.
He needs a bodyguard?
Huh?
He's so big, he needs bodyguard?
Yeah, because it's like concert. It's like concert. There's like 6,000 people there. So no way you can get closer to him. But I got this chance. You know, okay, good on the last day, and I think that yeah, I learned something from him. So why not I just quickly print some pictures and give it to him as a token of appreciation. So I pass him the pictures, and he'll say, wow, this is a great image, you know, he liked the picture so much, you know, so, okay. So I pass the pictures, they ask for my name card, I give them a name card, I said, oh, bye-bye, I just want to, as a thank you without any expectation, you know. So 2 days later, I got a call, I said, oh, would you like to come here for an interview? I said, what interview? Interview to be a Tony Robbins personal photographer. I said, oh, of course, come here. So, but I need to arrive Phuket in 20 hours. So I bought a ticket on AirAsia. I went there, heavy rain, traffic jam, and I missed the flight. Thanks AirAsia. They didn't get to us and they depart earlier. So I had to spend my money, buy a new one and go. So okay, thanks, so everything was fine. Interview was good, shoot, happy, they were happy, and now I've been shooting for him in 5 continents. Yeah, we got 5 continents and 5 years now. So each year I see him about 6 times. So remember, very important. Always keep your passion. Even though no matter what business are you in, keep your passion. Find your way to keep your passion. Alright? Don't get yourself burned out. Even though you are working for someone else, keep your passion, because that is the only thing that keep you alive. And because with your passion, you're willing to work harder, you'll do anything without questions, and magic thing will happen. Let me show you another things that I think is quite magical to me. This one picture that I love so much. Then I go shoot for Dalai Lama in Australia, but I was crashed with my shooting job, and I told my client that I want to go to Australia shoot Dalai Lama. I said, oh really? Congrats! I changed my shooting date. You go. So So how lucky, right? I think I'm really lucky. It's funny things when I shoot him. In the public, like 3,000 people, no problem. When I shoot him, like one by one, funny things happen. I was so confident on my shoot. Okay, bye. He left. After half an hour, I picked up my camera. I saw something. I found that all my pictures washed out, bright, washed out. I was like, yeah, what happened? So I called the organizer and say, I'm sorry, I can't screw up. Then, okay, show me the pictures. And they look at the pictures and say, it's alright, it's aura. Okay, if you choose to, if you want to say it's aura, I'm happy to choose it. But for me, I'm strange. But when I shot his hand, I shot his hand, hey, what happened? I suddenly feel like, hey, why I'm touching a little girl's hand, maybe a 5-year-old girl's hand? So soft, so soft. But by the way, this picture is called the Holy Hand. It's basically focused in more artistic way about a holy man's hand and the connection of a holy man and a layman. Again, people still laughing at me. So what the hell are you shooting? No, really, from wedding, people always laugh at me. But it's okay. Just do what I think is right and use the result to reply him. Don't have to argue. Then after that, I got a job shooting for Donald Trump. Just now she asked me, do you think his hair is real? And she's not the first girl asking that. So I noticed one thing. I rushed to America to shoot him, and I realized that Donald Trump loves to talk about girls, right? And girls love to talk about his hair, right? So what I do is make sure his hair looks good, and that's it. Before I go, I have, this camera, I want you to use this lighting, this pose, this angle. I didn't use it, I just make sure his hair looks good. So, there's a picture that you love a lot. You need a picture fast. So I passed a picture to him. He said, I knew that I was waiting at the airport for his private jet. I knew he's in very, very bad mood. Very bad mood. And the other picture I was quite panicking about. So, okay, thanks bro. He said, this is a great picture. I love it so much. I want more enlargement, this and that. I said, okay, good. So second trip I shoot for him. I bring this here. This is a pictures in my office now with autograph. That's another pictures in his office with my autograph. We call it tumpang grammar. Tumpang grammar. These are pictures that he loved, and let me share with you how we make a difference. When I was in school, I was a head prefect. I know I don't look at it now. I was a head prefect. I thought I'm a very disciplined guy. When it comes to photography, I'm a rebel. I love to break the rules. If these pictures go to the typical photography school, they say, Zung, you are few. It's okay, I get it always. Because, look, how can a hand bigger than a head? Right? So the whole idea about this picture, I want to make his hand look so big that when he's doing your fire, So that's the idea to tell the people, this is power. This is power. So remember this. Break the rules. Before you break the rules, take your fastest time to master the rules first and break it. There's many things that you can do, really. So, when my dad, this is what I got from him. When he's happy, he's like, okay, I have an autograph. My dad asked me, you want to be a photographer when I drop out? So I was quite not happy about him because why you can't support my study, why other kids can just go and further their study, and he didn't really support me, and yet he asked me a very bad questions. He asked me in a very sarcastic way, you want to be a photographer? How much you can make a month? How much you can make a month? I was really sad because there's an Asian mindset, Malaysian mindset, and your vision is about how much you make in 1 month. It's not the whole life thing, So I was sad. And another thing that incident, I was called to shoot an event called FIAPSI World Congress. It's a world congress. There will be 30 countries of the developer will fly into Malaysia for this world congress. So I was called to meet the committee to discuss about my pricing, to shoot for them for 3 days. I was 22 years old at the time. So happened I bumped into their advisor, which is the senator. It's called senator? As their advisor. And he called me, come. Oh, you want to shoot for this event, right? You deal with me. I'm not going to pay you. Unlike my people will pay you. You take this job, I'm not going to pay you. You sell the picture and make the money. And I was thinking whether, then he asked me, why you want to be a photographer? Why you want to be a photographer? Can you make a living? Can you? I said, you should be, open a camera shop or the printing shop, then you can earn money like my friend. He's so successful. And I asked him, Mr. Senator, so how successful he is? He said, he's so successful. Every day, he can go to karaoke. And he buy a lot of liquor and drink all night long, many times a month. And I was so sad, not about the money. And this is a senator, this is a mindset of a senator, about just go and having fun, and you call this successful. So I thought to myself, okay, and now I take the job, I take the challenge. I took the job, and I have so many bad things happen, and they give me so many problems, they didn't do what they promised to offer me. But I still managed to sell the pictures for 6,000, which is 3 times what I'm supposed to get if they pay me. I was so sad about the senator, and I know that there's something that I can do one day. It's not about just money. Your life is not just about money. Year 2010, I was so busy flying everywhere, so I decided one trip, I had 4 jobs in 1 month in 4 different continents. I decided to link all the trips together, get another 2 jobs, and fly. One round around the globe for a job. If you are rich, you spend 50,000 ringgit, you can travel the world. A lot of people can do that, a lot. So if I travel the world by paying my own money, I think it's not fun. Because a lot of people can do that. And I checked a little bit, natural photographer might be spending 3 months or 1 year in few countries for a job, but they didn't fly around the globe for 6 continents, 6 different cities. So this is what I did. Saturday, shooting the wedding of Miss Singapore. 5 o'clock, finish at 12 o'clock midnight. And next job on Sunday, 9 o'clock, but in London. Run to the airport, jump in, sleep, and start shooting London Fashion Week. Masai Mara, shooting all this tribe. Vegas, to meet all these top photographers conference. Santiago, shooting the wedding. 3 days after the big earthquake, you'll see that later. Auckland, some trip of member of Anthony Robbins. And 2 years later, I got another job. There's something that I strongly believe, which is the law of attraction. I wanted to go South Pole badly, and I got a job. I got a job shooting there, but I have only 3 days to prepare. So I thought 3 days, I flew from Malaysia to southern tip of Argentina, 3 days by flight, and now 4 days, 4 nights by boat to reach there. You can see I see that crazy. 4 days, 4 nights, shooting 3 days, no problem. come back and 4 days, 4 nights. I feel that I'm dying, but it's okay. Let's challenge it. Alright. So the boat was so small, but after 4 days and 4 nights, oh, this is a sea. After 4 days, 4 nights, I see this. Can you see? Oh, most of this picture is no Photoshop. Can you see the bottom boat so small? I left my tripod outside 15 minutes. It was frozen. Thanks God I didn't fall asleep outside. Yeah, and that was the next one. Supposed to have said, now on the video, now we are part of us now, we got a job. I said, okay, let's do it. And I cheated last minute. Because I knew that 10 days later I'm going to shoot Donald Trump. This is the difference of pro. Being a photographer, passion is one thing. If you want to be great at your passion, don't just keep it as a game, as fun. Think that you are the pro. You got to be responsible for what you are doing. You got to do something extra than other people. It's like many things. I want to show a video later. And the bonus is 2 months later it came out in the cover of a Time magazine for kids. Yeah, now I want to show you these pictures, this video. only 1 minute, right? Extra to talk. You know what happened to MH 17, right? I think I was in that part before. I think so. I want to talk about Malaysia. Who want to do great things? I want to share this with you. Can you ask the organizer, give me enough 7 minutes? Okay? Alright? Alright, thanks a lot. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Okay, I tell a small thing first, okay? When I was in South Africa, not South Africa, but around the world trip, this picture was sold. I shot these pictures, then I came back to Malaysia. It was sold at $5,000, which is about 16,000 ringgit for one pictures. When I shot this, I went there and it was cloudy. I think I don't want to shoot a cloudy picture because no sun means bad color. I didn't want to take any pictures, so I just sit there. Then I saw this guy, Masai, they jump in. First thing that he inspired me is, their house is smelly, is built by cow dung. They have no resources near around, but he know how to dress himself so nice and keep dancing. So I think I got inspired. What is that? No matter how bad is your situations, first, never stop making yourself happy. So I think, oh, this is great. So I grab my camera, I turn my African driver to my assistant and hold the flash. So the flash hit his costume and the red turned out good. And the bad thing, the cloud made the red color stand out even more. So that's why this picture is special. Normally you see all the nature photograph, it's blue sky. So I'm the only guy that get the cloudy sky. So it makes the thing stand out different. Sometimes you don't have to be the best. You just have to be different. Remember this. Think about your job. Think about the girls you are looking after now. You don't have to be the best. You just have to be different. Think about business. All this. Okay. So because I sold it at a very good price. Now this picture inspired me again. That's mean crisis. Bad weather is crisis. Crisis is the opportunity. When bad thing hit you first, don't cry. Before you cry, think, this is a crisis. What kind of opportunity can give you from this opportunity? So remember this, crisis is opportunity. So the second one, this was the first wedding picture I shot in Australia. They are Australian, but Vietnamese family, Vietnamese refugee family. They traveled from Vietnam 25 years ago by boat. Now we said, okay, I always have this thing. Oh, you want to go to see Northern Light, right? I teach you what you do. You take 3 flights, it takes about 24 hours, and you reach there, it's so good, right? My friends said, yeah, too long after one. So I hate people always do that. So imagine people travel from Vietnam to South Australia by boat. How bad is that? Where? How long it takes? Weeks. And he was robbed by the pirate. Not one time, 7 times. But the wedding day, look at the groom, so cheeky. Look at the grandma, so happy now. Look at the gold teeth, so rich. Look, the world is getting smaller. If you don't appreciate and you don't remember your own culture, you can't stand your identity. People don't respect you because you can speak English or you can do the computer very well. That is not a privilege, that is a basic. And you really have to be proud of your own culture and remember this. His son might be marry a white Australian. The whole family might look white after 3 generations. So I think it's very nice to remember and record their family, the story of their family, and put it in the house, right? So what I get from here, look, people always laugh at me that what the hell I'm shooting, like what the hell is this? You know, people always say, ask me, and they laugh at me as a wedding photographer. And look, it's who you think you are before other people think you are. I never wanted people to call me John again. I'm not Christian. I can't speak good English. Why I need a Christian name, right? So people laugh at me, it's okay, but I always think I'm not a cameraman. I'm a photographer. I'm an artist. I'm a storyteller. I'm a creative director. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an explorer. If you can think yourself, look at yourself differently. So if you're working for a company, just don't compare that your boss don't give you enough money. Just think about that. Why your boss don't give you enough money? Am I doing not good enough? There's something more that you can offer, right? So I like to inspire you to travel the world, but it doesn't mean that you have to quit your job now and do something else. But what you really have to do is look back and think for past 5 years or 10 years, what you are not doing good enough. Why are you the same like other people? Why other people are doing better than you? So, as a Malaysian, how many Malaysian here? Wow, there's a lot of foreigners in Malaysia. Okay, no matter what country you are, I think, I used to think Australia a great country, UK great country. I go there, they are the one complain about the government the most. And the happiest people that I ever meet is in Africa. So one thing, remember this, it's not from me, from Anthony Robbins, this one, okay, I pinjam his idea, okay? Why don't you turn your expectation to appreciation? If you can do that, your life is amazing. Secondly, appreciation, see, achievement. Achievement is science. What you do, everything is science. But appreciation is art. Remember this. So, I am a Malaysian. I go overseas, and you know what? Normally say, then people sign up. So, where are you from? I say, I'm from Malaysia. The first thing they do is they drop their expectation to me, they drop 50%. I went to Citibank in Singapore to open an account. So it's, where are you from? He thought I'm either a rich Indonesian or a Singaporean. I said, I'm from Malaysia. You are not as good as Singapore, and you're not rich as the Singapore rich people. And secondly, he asked, so what do you do? I said, I'm a photographer. Then his attitude changed. He just changed. I get it a lot. But it's okay, when people look down at you, fine. They drop your expectation at 50%, then you just work harder 3 times more to prove that you are the same or you are better, you do something better than others. And my secret about all this, look, about Donald Trump. My secret about all this is, do you realize something? For all the great things that I've done before, yes, it's a bit by accident, yes, I admit that, but do you realize that the key of the success is actually the small details, like Donald Trump hair, right? Like you see my Africa pictures, I saw another animal's butt like that. No, because I saw her, I have 1 day free day. I can't compete with a nature photographer. They have 3 days, I have 1 day. Or they have 3 months to shoot, I have 1 day. So I shoot all the animals butt lah. So it's a small details. I really think that we all like to do great things, right? But I really think that the secret of the success is not doing great thing. It's doing your things, doing the small thing great. Remember this. After this incident, like 2 flights gone, the economy, everything, really, you go out to the world, people will laugh at you, really. This happened in Taiwan. They said, where are you from? They asked me in Chinese. I said, 我来自马来西亚. Then they said, 你一定是坐马航来的. No, I just laughed. Then same night, their airplane crashed. So, take our advantages. The advantages in Malaysia is we know many languages, like I do, but I'm not good at any of them. we are friendly. So friendliness they help a lot when you go to the world. So no, I have friends in 6 continents in the world. I can go to any continents and have friends to take care of me. And we work hard. Like the job in Spain, there's a bride holding the big veil, Spain. People are curious why the Spanish bride got to fly an Asian to shoot a wedding. And the way I shoot, they think it's funny, the ninja way. I really shoot in front of them. Then another second, I'm on top. Another second, I'm line up. I can tell from their look. It's like, hey, what is this guy doing? So, now you know why my European customer call me a ninja photographer, right? So for these pictures, I will highlight this a little bit more. Yeah. So people are curious why I'm doing. Go on the same night, I made a slideshow on the spot. Which European people don't do that? They think, oh, you want to do this? No problem, I charge this amount. So I did this for them, and I show what we can deliver. So there was 200 girls from all over Europe. They saw that, they love it. We finished playing that, then they start to pop. Then all the people stand up for me. Oh, good, they're happy, they stand up for me. And only take me another 3 months, I understand, this move is called standing ovation. Yeah. So, next weekend I'm more free, I go back, I check what the meaning of incitement, okay? So that's what we do. Okay, give me a last one, okay? We are not so good in communication and promotions. We are not so good. So if you are really not good and we think that, okay, we are a poor country, yes, Malaysia is a very poor country, yes. But even though I see we have more Mercedes-Benz on BMW than any other city that I visited. Really, more in Sydney. Hello. Do we pay enough battery? Okay, never mind. I'm done soon. And look, you're a very poor country. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about our spirit. Our spirit, we always think that we can't. We look down on our own people. We don't fight for extra mile. Yes, this is a very poor people. So I think I'm so lucky that I can travel the world and see this. I always between the East and the West. And what I'm doing now is kind of contributions. I spend a lot of my time now talking at events like this, and I particularly love to talk in the school, the university, and the orphanage house. So I've been talking a lot in Sarawak, in Johor, in North Malaysia, in Maldives. I try to make it in Fiji, all these countries. How I do it? And I do it for free. When I teach photography workshop to the pro, I charge. And I charge 3 times the price of normal price. But when I do this, I do it for free. But I don't have enough time. I don't even have enough time to sleep. What I do is when I say I'm shooting in Maldives, so I stay 1 more night and I contribute half of my day talking in Maldives, which I just did. In Fiji it was too rush. I finished at 2 o'clock midnight and I fly out at 9 o'clock morning. Too rush. So if any one of you want to connect with me with all this, you can help me to connect all this, especially orphanage house. And the most important now, think about yourself. You don't have to be a millionaire to contribute. If you have some money, you don't have some money, it's good, If you have no money, then you can do some ice bucket. It's just a trend. Look, think about yourself. You must have some talent that others don't do. I know nothing, I know only photography. Also, instead I teach people. Say if you are the English teacher, you can teach in the orphanage house, in the refugee house. If you are good at organizing, you can help me to organize my talk, and I can go and talk. I spend 2 hours, I can talk. Alright? Think about this now. You have something that other people don't have. Really. Don't think, oh, I'm not good, I'm Malaysian, I'm Asian, I'm from Africa, I'm not good, I'm from South America. Do it. Go back, start, write down in the paper what are you good at and what you can contribute. Right? And the last thing that I want to show you, a quick, short one. 1 minute, okay? Sometimes, we don't have enough resources. I don't have enough resources, but there's something that we can do. It's like, use the resources you have everywhere. I don't have money to, put an advertisement on my billboard. I never have a proper website though. But what I can do is like, someone that I do a good job, To get Anthony Robbins to talk one day is $1 million. To get him to endorse you to do your advertisement, how much is that? Maybe 5 million, I don't know. But I got it for free. Let me show you this, what I get from him.
Hi, I'm Tony Robbins, from Fiji. I'm on stage.
Hi there, everybody.
So we just wanted to send a word out to our dear friend Zung. His pictures, I know you're considering people for nomination. He comes from a place in Malaysia where there's really no promotion for him. His pictures capture people's souls. I'm sure if you take a look, he captures the soul of the moment, the soul of the person. And you can have a picture or you can tell a story. And as you all know, great photographs do that. He has this great gift, so we hope that you're considering him very strongly. And we can't acknowledge him enough. He's really helped us capture a part of our legacy and really share the breakthroughs that people have and the experiences we share around the world.
Zung is a true artist. We've had the privilege of working with him, and as Tony mentioned, he captures the absolute essence of a human being's soul, of the moment, of the experience. And he's worked with us, and it's been such a beautiful gift to experience his work. So, we nominate you, Zung.
Yeah, that's okay. What you are doing, don't quit what you just bring to another level. Put 200% of energy and time into it. Don't quit, just keep doing that and doing that. And do with your passion, and magic will come to you. And live with passion. Alright, thanks a lot.